Here's the remote. You gonna play some Wonder Boy in Monsterland? Hey, careful, that's like a vintage launch wrist strap. I don't think you can get those anymore. Nintendo doesn't think they're safe. Cut.
Wonder Boy in Monsterland for the Sega Master System. Now, at the time I bought this game, I really didn't know much about it. I had played and enjoyed Wonder Boy for the Commodore 64, so I was expecting essentially more of the same back in 1989. But right away I noticed that this game was more than just Wonder Boy 2. It was an incredible adventure and an amazing game. In fact, I consider it one of the best games of the 8-bit era, and personally one of my favorite video games of all time. Although the end result is very different, the initial idea is similar to that of the Zelda series for the NES. Take solid, action-based arcade gameplay and add RPG elements to it. In the case of Wonder Boy in Monsterland, the action-based arcade gameplay is that of a side-scrolling platformer. The RPG elements include the awarding of extra hearts on your life meter for more points, and the ability to collect coins to buy better equipment for your adventurer. Collecting a lot of money and then being smart about how that money is spent is critical to being successful in the game. Stronger, more protective armor, as well as more powerful swords are available. Boots let you run faster and jump farther. Shields protect you from projectile weapons. There are magic spells like bombs and tornadoes you can use. And if you're running low on health, you can find medical assistance for a fee. The trouble is, you never have enough money to buy everything you want, so you have to choose carefully. And there isn't necessarily a right answer. Those who have trouble making the jumps will need to buy boots early on in the game. Those who are constantly getting hit will need better armor. These choices, coupled with some crafty level design and some interaction with other characters, really give the game a sense of depth that would not be achievable in a regular side-scrolling platforming game. I'm playing this game via the Wii Virtual Console. This Virtual Console release is extra special for me because it contains support for the FM synthesis sound chip. Back in the day, Sega's equivalent to the Master System in Japan, called the Sega Mark III, had an optional FM synthesis soundboard available for it. The music and sounds out of the FM synthesis board are miles above what was possible on the standard Master System hardware. Just listen to the difference. The pause screen lets you see what weapons and equipment you have. On the Wii, it's nice because you can just press the plus key. On the old Sega Master System, the pause button was on the system itself, so you had to reach over to press it. One thing I've noticed, playing this game once again on the Virtual Console, is that I've actually become quite terrible at it. It's rather embarrassing to put these clips up on YouTube, to be honest. But I guess after more than 20 years, it's easy to get rusty. One thing this game has in common with the Super Mario Bros. Games is that it has an incredible number of secrets. There are coins and bags of money stashed everywhere, and there are plenty of secret doors and other tricks you can do. These aren't just bonus items either. You need to know as many secrets as possible in order to have the best equipment and beat the game. You always have to be mindful of the time when playing this game. Once the hourglass runs out, you'll lose a heart, and it's very easy to run out of time. Also, there is no battery save or password function for this game. Once the game is over, that's it. You have to start all the way back at the beginning. You know what I like? Wonder Boy is polite. Notice how he knocks on the door before entering a place. How many RPGs have we seen where the guy just goes into someone's house without knocking and then starts taking things? I mean, imagine that in real life. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm Canadian, but if someone shows up at my house and just barges in, doesn't knock, and then starts going through my cupboards and drawers and things, I would think that is quite rude and ask them to leave. But in RPG land, this seems to be normal and acceptable behavior. I simply can't describe how underrated this game is. While it may not be remembered as fondly as some of the Mario or Zelda games, it can easily stand toe-to-toe with any 8-bit game out there. Wonder Boy in Monsterland, a true classic for the Sega Master System.